So everyone, today I'll be reviewing the 25th anniversary of a fan favourite video game mascot of mine. I call this one Spyro the Dragon. Even though this video game originally conceived in December 1996, both Mark Cerny as well as Ted Price got the idea of what they were watching on Dragonheart. And this idea of what Spyro came to be is that this video game was originally going to be a 2D hand-painted video game that was going to be exclusive to both Sega Saturn and Nintendo 64. But after the Sega Saturn got discontinued 25 years ago, they noticed that releasing it for the PS2 would probably be the right choice for them to handle. As a result of that reason, this would result in Spyro the Dragon that would debut on October 23rd, 1998 in the United Kingdom. For the first time ever, this video game pulled off the impossible of what most video games like Sonic Adventure and Crash Bandicoot Warped wouldn't do. For Sonic Adventure, it was some sort of a solidly decent jump to its transition to 3D animation. But this one pretty much takes the cake. Out of all those 1998 video games like Vigilante 8 and Twisted Metal 3, although I liked Vigilante 8 and Mario Party, but not Twisted Metal 3 because it sucked in my opinion. For some reason, we might not waste time, so let me review the whole story. The plot is simple. When an MTV-esque interview depicting some sort of production posse filming some dragon talking to them about how it's been peaceful in the kingdom of Spyro's world. However, as it turns out, Spyro's life has turned upside down when a disgraced orc named Gnasty Gnorc decides to pretty much zap them all to stone statues in order to get revenge on Spyro. However, Spyro wants revenge on Gnasty Gnorc for probably turning them into these weird jaded crystals. However, rather than just collecting crystals, he would have to destroy these crystals that trapped all the dragons within the process. However, he's not alone this time, as this time a dragonfly by the name of Sparks would travel into 6 homeworlds. Artisans, which was the homeworld of the artistic dragons. Peacekeepers, which is the homeworld of the military dragons. Magic crafters, the homeworld of the magic practicing dragons. Beastmakers, the homeworld of the monster created dragons. Dreamweavers, the homeworld of the secluded dragons. And Gnorc Galaxis, which is actually the homeworld of Gnasty Gnorc for himself. If he can navigate from one homeworld to another, like taking on a balloonist to a ride, whenever he collects a certain amount of gems, like it's collecting many treasure gems you collect from treasure chests, this game is like Zorro had given birth to a brainchild. Even though the same brain as Super Mario 64, this is probably interesting. We all do that cause Word of God mentions that cause. Oops. I vomited. Despite my vomiting, I noticed that, much to my charging, Spyro the Dragon, who is voiced by Carlos Alazraqui, who is best known for probably what you remembered him throughout your childhood. The actor who is best known for portraying Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, the Taco Bell Chihuahua, and Denzel Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents, as well as Laszlo from Cartoon Network's Camp Laszlo. Although both Rocco and Denzel were from Nickelodeon, well, Laszlo will be this to Cartoon Network. Now, Where was I? Speaking of Carlos, we had Sparks the Dragonite being played by Andre Sogliluzo, Gnostic Lord played by Michael Gogg. That we all knew him that he was from Tim Burton's Batman as Alfred Pennyworth, and the various dragons played by, Carlos, Michael, Jamie Alcroft, Michael Connor, and Clancy Brown. We all knew Clancy Brown would be best known for portraying Dr. Neo Cortex in Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, all the way up until Crash Nitro Kart. Despite his retirement from Crash Bandicoot, Lex Lang would then have to take his place in next year's Crash to Insanity. However, there are only 6 bosses in the game: Toasty, Dr. Shep, Blowhard, Metalhead, Jackrath, and Gnasty Glork. Throughout this crazy journey that Spyro dedicated his whole life, Spyro had some bad qualities. His deaths are more like roadkill to me. Whenever he does that, he goes from yellow to blue to green, then to black. When no hits are left, he'll be dead for real. From death types like regular, flattened, drowned, or falling, this is the perfect type of roadkill you can feed on. However, despite the bad qualities, the Japanese port is probably terribly panned by critics. Although the Western port is praised by critics that it will be the third best selling game in the UK, even though courtesy of all the Londoners being obsessed with this video game. Since then, Spyro has been quite of a bumpy ride for me to handle. It's a milestone in the 3D animation and the mechanics, and most notably, you all know that Clancy Brown also played Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob SquarePants, and Captain Headley in The Shawshank Redemption would be involved in John Wick Chapter 4. Now, when it got mentioned during development, we almost got Keanu Reeves portraying Spyro the Dragon, but he just stepped out because he was committed to be involved in that god-awful Matrix movie that I hate! I don't get that. I do not like talking about the Matrix. It took like 20 seconds to hate it because this movie looks like it was written from sushi recipes. Yuck! I never liked it at all. I think I'm tired, but a few glocks, but no sheep. No sheep were harmed during the creation of this video. Wow. I didn't realize he would breathe fire on sheep and ram the sheep with his horns like a bighorn sheep. Wow, he could also fly like Superman, and that's it. It's kind of interesting to have some taco. But with that out of the way, I'd give this video game a 10 out of 10. Because I love this game so badly. And the music, which is played by the Police. One of my favorite bands, along with Nirvana, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, with that out of the way, I just have to say goodbye to you now, so bye-bye.